Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. Today we're looking at a paper from the Hugging Face trending list published on August 11th, 2025, just 2 days ago. This paper introduces a new framework that boosts deep search performance on the mu-CK benchmark to a 62.83 F1 score, which is a significant jump over standard methods. The paper is titled HierSearch, a hierarchical enterprise deep search framework integrating local and web searches, and as we'll see, this hierarchical approach is key to its success. Essentially, the authors tackle the tricky problem of building a search system that needs to intelligently pull information from both private internal documents and the public web. Also, the authors shared their implementation, and if you head over to their GitHub, you'll find it's really comprehensive. It has the full source code, of course, but also detailed installation guides, checkpoints, and scripts to reproduce their results and even train the different agents from scratch. And on Hugging Face, you'll find the 7.6 billion parameter HierSearch agents. The local, planner, and web models are all available for you to download and try. So let's dive into how these agents actually work together. This diagram beautifully illustrates the hierarchical framework. At the top level, you have the planner agent, which acts as a coordinator. It receives a user query and can call on specialized agents. Then, at the lower level, you see the two workhorses, the local deep search agent, which queries internal data using tools like chunk search, and the web deep search agent, which scours the internet. The planner integrates their findings to create the final answer. But simply passing all that raw information up to the planner agent can cause problems, like the planner just copying the answer or getting confused by irrelevant details. To solve this, the authors created a reasoning-aware knowledge refiner, which this diagram illustrates. It's a two-step process. First, the refiner filters for evidence that directly contributes to the agent's next thought. Then, it performs a second pass, filtering for evidence that globally contributes to the final conclusion, ensuring only the most relevant information is passed on. Alright, so moving to the results. This table lays out the main performance comparisons across 6 different benchmarks, from general knowledge to finance and medicine. The scores are measured using 2 key metrics: exact match, which checks for a perfect answer, and the F1 score, which is a more forgiving measure of accuracy. Across the board, you can see HierSearch on the bottom row, consistently outperforming the other methods. For instance, on the mu-CK benchmark, it achieves a 62.83 F1 score, a solid jump over all baselines. Okay, so to really understand what makes HierSearch tick, the authors then performed an ablation study. An ablation study is where you systematically remove parts of the model to see how much each one contributes. This table shows exactly that, with the top row being the full model's performance. Now, when they take out the local agent, you can see a massive performance drop. For example, on mu-CK, the score plummets by over 23%. Removing the web agent or the knowledge refiner also hurts performance, confirming that each component is critical. To further explore the benefits of the hierarchical structure, these charts compare its training performance against the standard or flat reinforcement learning approach. The top plot shows the reward scores on the mu-CK validation set, and the bottom plot shows the omni-eval set. In both cases, you can see the green line, representing HierSearch, consistently stays above the orange line for the flat model. This demonstrates that the hierarchical method learns more efficiently and achieves a better, more stable performance over time. This table then details why the hierarchical approach is so much more effective. It breaks down performance into 2 key abilities: search success, which is finding the correct information, and reasoning success, which is using that information to produce the right answer. The most telling data point is in web search. The flat reinforcement learning model is a disaster here, with only 23.5% success. But the full HierSearch model, with its specialized web agent, achieves over 81%, a massive improvement. So in conclusion, the success of HierSearch really comes down to its hierarchical design. It shows that by training specialized agents for different domains, like local and web search, and then carefully refining their output, you get a far more robust and efficient system. That's it for this episode of the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. Thanks for listening.